Please. Hey guys, how you doing? Tacoma Comics here, and we are live, all zero of us. But I know you guys will be streaming and pouring in a second. There we go. A couple hundred people here already. Nice job. Turn the wrong lights on. Hold on a second. Hey, comic book lover Omega, how you doing? Little Sire, you change your name more often than I change my socks. How you doing? Got a whole bunch of stuff to go over right now. Just thought I'd share a whole bunch of stuff with you guys. I got a mini haul. I got pick of the week 13, and then I've just got auction previews. I've got like way too many comics to do like a 3-round auction. So I was hoping that people could tell me what they liked and what they didn't like and what they're looking forward to the most. That way I'd be able to know what to put out for the auction on Wednesday. All About Comics, Wednesday, April 3rd. 8:30 Central Standard Time. All right. You hear noise in the background. My boys are watching Into the Spider-Verse, which, you know, I'm doing a comic book video. They're watching Into the Spider-Verse. It's a great day. So just a couple little pickups I got at Half Price Books recently. I saw this cover and I was like, that is awesome. Absolutely love that. And that apparently is an Adi Granov cover. I saw his initials somewhere, and now I can't find it. And so it's right down here. You see the AG. Hey man, they are 3-0, 3-0. Go Mets! Yeah, I got 2 comments today in the grocery store. Guy behind the butcher counter is like, I'll help you next only because you're a Mets fan. And his family's from New York. Then another guy just saw it and he's like, well, I'm from Montana. So I just like all Mets. Yeah. How the Cubs been doing recently? They get to the World Series and not quite pull the trigger to the win recently, or I'm not sure maybe. No. To tell you the truth, I don't follow the Mets too much anymore. It's tough. Hey Jeff, how you doing? Jeff, you got something live coming up today, I think, or tomorrow that you've been like hyping. I'm excited to see that. So guys, check out Jeff Comic 813. He's got some big video coming up. He's doing this really cool Instagram little thing. They did win the World Series 3 years ago. Wow, good for them. And how long was the drought between their first and their last win? I don't remember. Anyway, sports fans, like I said, I don't follow 103. Nice. I remember in '86 when the Mets won it, everybody thought the Red Sox were about to win it in Game 6, and they were talking about the Red Sox hadn't won it since 1918, and they're like, the last time the Red Sox won it, a loaf of bread was 22 cents, and just all this stuff, and then the Mets pulled out that miracle win in '86. But like I said, I don't follow the Mets too closely anymore because it's just so hard being 3 hours ahead and stuff. I don't get to see many games, but I just follow them on Twitter and whatever. Picked this up because everybody said it was awesome. This is second print, Beauty #1. It's a fun read. I don't think I'm gonna like go after the trade or anything. The detectives in it remind me a lot of the Detectives in Powers by Bendis and Oming. It was cool. It wasn't. And dogs making noises. It wasn't great. Stopped by Half Price today, and I found these really cool Star Wars variants that I hadn't seen. I'm totally digging this. Star Wars number 2. It says Berbatov, I think. I'm not Bertov. I don't know. I don't know this particular artist here. If anybody does, great. I don't. But I thought that was pretty sick. So if I can get it without the glare, there you go. 108 years. After 100, who's counting, right? Now it's only been 3 since their last one. So go Cubs. Now, if the Mets aren't in, I've actually got a few Cub friends that I root for. This is annoying. I hate when they put books in bags upside down. Give me a second because this is bothering my OCD. I only have OCD when it comes to comic books, really. But this is nice because I had a copy of this. I even think I got Kieran Gillen to sign it. But my copy, I realized the reason why it was $1, it had this like big rip here. So this is a nice bit of a spine roll there. But I could really care less about that. It's not like I'm going to get this slabbed or anything. But I always thought that was a pretty sick cover. So I'm pretty excited to have that. That's Will Spertasio on that. Would love to meet him someday. Be pretty cool. Get him to sign that. And then, whoopsie doodles. Shoot, another one. Anybody know the artist on this one? I don't know who did this. But again, this one isn't upside down. I didn't realize they were upside down in the bags. But I thought this is a pretty cool one too. That's what Darth Vader #2, which the Adi Granov cover A for Darth Vader 2 is that really awesome one where he's just walking down the Death Star and all like the officers are looking at him like scared out of their pants that they're going to do something wrong. And then I got this Star Wars one. Once I took this home and realized it's actually really crinkly and wavy. But I just thought that was pretty cool because the storyline they did in the Star Wars comic with like Ben, it's his Tatooine years before he comes when he's looking after Luke and Uncle Owen's like, get the F off my property, you crazy old man. But I'm here to protect the chosen one. Got the fuck. You know, that whole thing. They played that pretty well. So what I thought was cool here is, I'm at Tacoma, Washington, and the backing board is from the Dragon's Lair. Is it the Dragon's Lair? Yeah, the Dragon's Lair in Fayetteville, Kentucky, and or Fayetteville, North Carolina. And I'm always like, how's a backing board for a comic book from North Carolina get sold to the Half Price Books in Tacoma? I don't know. Probably they bought it at a YouTube auction. But I thought that was kind of funny. I just picked up this random Batgirl because I thought the cover was pretty sick. I like that a lot. That half Joker, half Batgirl cover. I think that's pretty sweet. They had Gail Simone's Birds of Prey 1 through 15 for $15, and I almost pulled the trigger on that, but I held off. This next one I've been looking for a while. I'm collecting these covers because they kind of look cool when you get them all together. And so this is Suicide Squad, Death in the Family. I didn't have Suicide Squad. I've got a couple doubles of others, but I kind of really like that. They're all die cut. And it's funny, somebody must have taken the covers off because I saw a cover that I'd never seen before. Come on, tape. And I almost bought this comic today along with this one, but basically somebody had taken the cover off. So it was just this part, but it was the Batgirl one. And when I picked it up and looked at it, I realized, oh, somebody just took the cover off. So that's kind of useless if you're collecting those covers. And then a lot of the time, what I'm trying to do with comics is to chill out and not buy so many. So Power is one where I've got all the #1s, but I'm really trying desperately not to like collect every single Powers comic. So I'm going after the hardcover trades. And so I've got #2 and now I've got #1, and I love the writing in this. I love what Bendis and Oeming did here. So this is #1. It's the first print. Not that it matters much because it's a trade, but I still go for first prints if I can. All right. Pick of the week. Let's do that before we jump into the auction. I got some great auction stuff this time around. You going to be there, PMC, on Wednesday? Let us know. Heroes in Crisis #7. We're getting linear here. I mean, first of all, artwork. Hello. That's gorgeous. That's just gorgeous. If you didn't read that, that says Heroes in Crisis. But we're jumping around. We get the idea that there's some other player we're not familiar with. Harley almost kills Booster. Batgirl stops her from killing, or Batwoman stops her from killing Booster. But then Booster and Beetle and Batwoman and Harley are forming like a team to figure out what's going on. And Flash and Batman are playing their games. And Flash is also confessing all his sins at Sanctuary and the flashbacks that they do. It's a fun comic to read, but this is one where I think it'd be better to get them in trade rather than trying to read individually, because individually it's some of the issues are a little confusing. They are definitely non-linear. So yeah, I'm not totally 100% sure what's going on there. It's one where I wouldn't say it's bad, but I wouldn't say it's good. New Comic Book Day. I love this cover. I think that's kind of cool. Um, yeah, I don't have issue 3, so I haven't read 4, 5, 6, or 7 yet. I gotta go back and find issue 3, so I keep cheating Man-Eaters, which I confess to actually liking. I keep cheating Man-Eaters out of look at that, that's great artwork. I like that, that's sick. But I keep cheating Man-Eaters out of its due in my pick of the week, and I feel bad for Chelsea and Kate and Rachel and Joe and Leah, whatever. Outcast, I told my LCS to take this off my pull list. Maybe they ordered this one already. I was getting so bored of it. I'm still bored of it. I mean, there's just only so much you can do with like every page. It's just this dark. It's like, we get it. You're going for dark. That's why every page is dark, because it's dark. Okay, it's the mood. I mean, this is like the brightest that you get for a page, and it gets really annoying after a while. It's coming towards a finale and towards a big battle, but I've stopped caring about any of those characters like a long time ago. I just want the series to end. This is a series that I don't want to end. This is a really good series. I think her name is it Penny? She's met up with Walkie Talkie, or Colonel Weird, and he's convinced her that she used to be a superhero. Actually, she doesn't believe him at all. She thinks that he's full of it and crazy, and so she's leaving. Like, get the hell out of here. Don't follow me. Barb Alien destroys everybody on his planet after they killed his lover. Sorry, Lucy's her name, not Penny. She gets fired from her job because there's weird things going on in her head related to what Colonel Weird told her. And then she goes and asks Mom about Dad, and Mom's like, oh, you haven't asked Dad about Dad in a while. And she's like, can I go through his things? She goes through his things, but then there's a storage locker, which she didn't know about. In the storage locker, she found Black Hammer's hammer. And now she's going back to Colonel Weird, and they're going to team up. They're going to try to get the rest of the team together, and boom. And so it's a fun issue. It's a good story. It's interesting, right? Not every single issue has to be bam, but it does well what like this doesn't do. And so down with Black Hammer this week. After 3 stellar issues, this bored the heck out of me today, and this cover is super incredible boring. These colors are not good. Not good. Hey guys, turn it down, please. Really hard to hear. Into the Spider-Verse. I can't blame them. And then I was complaining about this a month ago, waiting for this to end, but this issue is pretty good. It sets up the ending nicely. There's going to be a big battle because they've destroyed every single universe in the Eververse, every single planet except the one they're on. And so the family's together. It's not like alternate versions of them. Things are looking up. They're looking good. So not a super powerful comic book week, but out of Heroes in Crisis, Man-Eaters, which I haven't read, Outcast, which I'm just bored of, Black Science, which is pretty good, but I'm glad it's ending, Ironheart, which I've loved up until this issue, and Black Hammer, Age of Doom #9. Black Hammer, Age of Doom #9 is my pick of the week. The only warning there would be if you have not started reading it, don't start, because I mean, start, but don't start with issue 9. You need to kind of know the story to get the full emotional weight of the issue, but very cool. All right, it's auction time. Not really. This is stuff that will be on my All About Comics auction Wednesday night. So I'm going to be putting up a die lot that includes this limited to 500 Mike Ruth version of issue 1, first print. It will include issue 1, first print. It will include issue 1, second print. It will include issue 1, third printing. And it will include issue 2, second printing. I don't have any extra issue 2s to auction, but I do have issue 2 cover B, which in my mind is the coolest of the covers. That will definitely be there. And then a second printing of 3. And that's it. So that'll be a nice little little die lot. Hopefully people will be in. Sold. Yeah, make me an offer. You never know what could happen. And we'll see. Yeah, I'm going a little crazy on die right now. I've got this only up to issue 4, and I've got about 30 individual copies of different issues. Just gonna do a little Batman lot. Got a little Batman 0, New 52, Batman 4, Court of Owls. This is this is first printing. This is third printing. 6 and 7. 21, first 0 year. 28, first something. 43, first Mr. Bloom. This is the DC Bombshells variant. This is the regular one. And then 44, which is this great cover. This is the origin of Mr. Bloom. Then I had this Batman Secret Files, the gold foil. Something minor happened in that one. And then first appearance of Gotham Girl in Rebirth #1, and the wedding proposal in 24, Rebirth 24. So that's yet another lot that I'm going to be looking to sell. And let's see what else we got. Going to do a little Valiant lot here. That's what I'm selling comics for on Wednesday. Like I killed myself, right? I had about $50 in PayPal, so I need about another 150. I just spent that $50 on the Jetpack exclusives, 4th printing and 5th printing of Virgin printings of #1. So I'm not being a very smart comic book investor, but yeah, I plan on getting that with my auction money. So that's why I'm just going to sell a little bit bigger books, as you'll see in a moment. Hopefully these are considered bigger books. For me, they're bigger books. I'll be selling this Rye #1. This is the first appearance of Bloodshot. This is, I believe, a super valuable, super valued book. It's in pretty damn good condition. I'll be pairing that with a more recent volume of Rye #1, signed by Clayton Crane. Really beautiful red signature. He's got a great signature. So neat and so on point. In this same lot will be, where is it? Eternal Warrior #4, first appearance of Rye, I believe. Also going to throw in 6 and 7, first appearance of Ninjak, not in costume, first appearance of Ninjak in costume. I always thought this guy looked like somebody doing ska dancing because of just like what he's wearing and the suspenders and the way he's kicking. It wasn't until I looked at this closely that I realized, oh, he's falling from an airplane. And then just to round this out, I've got 5 and 4 and 3, 0 and 1. No platinum there. That would be kind of nice. $1,000 comic. I've got some Ninjaks 1. I've got the red and the gold. I've got more red and gold. And I've got some Turoks. So really, it's just those 3 or 4 comics. Then I'm just going to throw in the rest of my Valiant to get rid of them for anybody who's interested. That's the idea. APMC, trying to get some good money for that. You know, they're great comics, but I realized I don't love them. I'm not into them. They're not part of my childhood. They're not something recent that I've read. They're just stuff I collected because people are saying these are collectible. The covers looked cool, and the cover of that Rye is beautiful. But if I don't need it, I don't need it, right? We can only buy so many comics. We have to pick and choose. So if I can sell all those and get towards that die #1 that's going crazy, I should have gotten it a week ago when it was 150 instead of 200. Yeah, probably going to keep this. This was a gift from Pope G. Not that into it, but you know, I don't like to sell stuff that people give me. That's the bad box. Let me get to the good box. Why can't people put things in boxes the proper way? And by people, I mean myself. So So I got a little Hulk lot. I understand people are liking the Hulk guy recently. We've got Immortal Hulk #4, first print. Got second, a variant print of the Generations. We've got Immortal Hulk #1, the Midtown Comics variant. We've got, I think this team has a name, but they're the first all-Asian team. This is their first appearance. This is the beginning of Weapons of Mutant Destruction. This is the one where Hulk died. It's got a dink right there. And then first Totally Awesome Hulk and first modern age appearance of Fin Fang Foom. Shout out to Pope G, who told us he was in pre-Silver Age books, but this is the first modern. Probably going to hold off on this next lot. I was going to sell it, but Seeking Near Mint Comics was looking for this, so I may be meeting up with him on Monday to go comic book hunting. So going to keep that for them. But stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. We've got more comics to show. Let's see what we got here. I got the whole Civil War set. That might be something that I auction off. Like I said, really don't know because we're probably only going 3 rounds. It's JP's birthday. I don't know if he's working, but you know, he's got a job and it's not like, for me, it's spring break. So I got this week off, but for him, it's like, hey, I have to go work. You guys can't keep selling. He's let us sell comics a couple times, but that's been sort of mixed results. I got this nice set of Witches. It's second print #1, but I do like this cover with just this like disgusting finger and pointy, sharp fingernails scratching over the words. And then the rest of them are, I like that one too. The rest of them are first prints. So I got the whole set of 5 or 6 here. And then I got mixed bags of stuff. I just, to say I want to get rid of it is sort of like where I'm at this point. Like, not that I'm dying to get rid of it, but it's not like a good lot, but it might make a good long, priority medium box to sell all this stuff. I might do a couple boxes. So let's start going through this. Jupiter's Legacy #1 and the variant. First Illuminati. First something. First Maria Hill. New Avengers #1. That's the New Avengers #1. So there's 4 nice New Avengers. There's New Avengers #1 from Jonathan Hickman. Black Magic. This is in production. 1 in 5. We Stand on Guard. We don't know what Vaughn TV shows are coming out, but this might be one of them. Empress #1. This is definitely one of the 4 Netflix shows from Mark Millar. Secret Service #1. This is not one of the shows from Mark Millar, but it may be. Outcast #1. You know how much I love Outcast. Superior. This also is not been said definitely or definitively. Crosswind #1. This is in production from Gail Simone, apparently. Rick and Morty, Camropolis Michael. I guess if you follow Rick and Morty, this is a good comic to get. It's issue 1. It's I don't know much about Rick and Morty comics, but this is a popular one. This is Damian Wayne and Supergirl together for the first time, I think. This apparently is commands a little bit of money, so I got that one. Annihilator by Grant Morrison. I don't know a lot about this, except that it's supposedly a big book too. Grant Morrison's pretty darn awesome, and that's a pretty sick cover. I like that. I was just going to throw in this Wicked and Divine variant to Sex Criminals, #16. First appearance of Nova. First appearance of Nova variant. Venomized All New Wolverine. Spawn #1. That Derek Chew Harley Quinn, that's just insane. I might keep that. Spider-Girl, first appearance of Mayday Parker, I believe. First appearance of Cinder. the Mighty Thor 22. Something happens in the last issue. I can't remember what. Week 9 and week 7, first Kate Kane, first cameo of Kate Kane as Batwoman. Shirtless Bear Fighter #1, Death to Glory #1. So you can see it's just like a bunch of randoms. I don't have like a plan, so I might just try to do a big box and just keep stuff in it. I also, if you're checking out the auction, you might want to check out what I do with this stuff. I did this once where I just put like my price, and I said the first person to trigger that price gets the lot. So I just put one book in at a time, kind of slowly, and people are waiting because you don't want to pay $30 for like 4 books. But after like a bunch of books, somebody finally triggered and bought them. So I thought that was kind of cool to do it that way. That's not all. Now this is an entire box. Some of this is crap. I won't show you the crap, but we got Honor and Curse #1. I didn't love this, but it's a little bit of buzz about that from Mad Cave. That's junk. That's junk. Enough said. I got more of these to throw into boxes. I got these. Told you I had more of those. I like that Darwin Cook. Got a little Cable #1 action. Got a little Eternal Empire #1. Suicide Risk #1. Swamp Thing #1. Omega Men #1. A-Force #1. Pit #1. Another Darker Image #1. So I feel like I'm just babbling on and on now, but anybody watching this on the rewind, here's the deal. Any of these books that you want to see in the auction, or you just want to hit me up and say, hey, I'll pay you this much money for that book, let me know, because I got to make some room, man. This is getting crazy. Superman #1. Kaijumax Volume 2 #1. I think you can see, guys, I don't need to go through everything. I'm getting crazy here with comic books that I kind of collect, thinking I'll buy this or thinking it's worth this. And like a lot of you, I'm at that point where I want to start narrowing my collection somewhat, focusing on the books that I really want, and just making sure that I get a manageable collection I can be proud of, and not just having a spread of everything. So that's the idea. So yeah, All About Comics. If you're not subbed up to All About Comics, get subbed up. Auctions every other Wednesday. Is it every other Wednesday? Every other Wednesday. We haven't done one for a while. At 8:30 Central Standard Time, I will be there. Thanks for hanging with me, guys. I will talk to you all later. Have a good day. Bye.